Namaste and welcome to Mindfulness Moment. My name is Evalena and it's great to be here with you this day. I've been thinking a lot about this, catching my breath, right? Catching your breath. Sometimes that's not an easy thing. Things that take us by surprise, if you will. We don't are not in awareness of the fullness of our breath, and sometimes the movement precedes the breath, or alternatively the mind like is moving forward or moving back. And where are we now? So let's catch our breath together. Go ahead, sit nice and tall, bring your arms forward and bring the tips of your fingers to touch. So very intentionally, the tips of your fingers. So all 10 fingers, the thumbs are touching, the index finger, and so on, right down into your pinky finger. And then just take a moment, look right there in that empty space and feel the energy at the tips of your fingers. Take a deep breath in and reach your arms up. Keep that same form with your hands, that mudra. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Fill the body, and then bring that mudra right down the center, coming right through the midline, down, down over your nose, your mouth, and landing here at your navel. And let's do that again. Bring the arms forward. Take a big in breath, reach your arms up, up, up. And as you exhale, keep that mudra. Exhale the energy right down through the midline. We're catching our breath. So the movement is very clearly guided with your breath. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, clearing it out, moving through the center, emptying, emptying, emptying. One more time, we go forward, reaching up, reaching up. Exhale, separate your arms and let's twist to the left side. So right hand against your thigh, left hand behind you, deep stretch, deep twist, and be aware of your breath. See if the movement is being guided, right? Check in. Inhaling, you lift up, you can feel the lift through the spine. As you empty, as you exhale, feel the release in that exhalation. Good, come back up to center. Touch the fingers at the top. So you're always going to connect above you, your fingers right at the top over your head, and then turn and twist to the opposite side, the second side. So turning and breathing and twisting and opening yourself up. Inhaling. Are you present with your breath? Mind, body, breath in the same instant. Catching your breath. Good. Come back up to the center. And again, the tips of the fingers touch. Feeling that energy, lean back, open up, exhale your hands right through the midline, coming down, coming down, coming down. Beautiful. Shrug your shoulders, release your hands. And let's transition now. We're going to come to stand. So I'm going to move my cushions out of the way, have a nice clear space. I'm not practicing with the yoga mat today, but make sure you have a nice clear space to move to and into. So feet rooted right underneath your hips, root yourself down, palms alongside you. On your in-breath, bend your knees. Inhale, arms reach, the tips of the fingers touch right up over the head. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge forward, come out into a forward bend as you extend that breath. Inhale, come up halfway. So I love using this movement. Exhale, back down. These sun salutations, these sun breaths, come back up, reach, reach, reach to, again, catch my breath. Tips of the fingers touch, exhale, hands back to heart center. Let's go again. Inhale, rise up. Big stretch, open the body, expanding with your breath. Exhale, flow forward, release, release, and let go. Come up again halfway. Exhale, back down. So it's very intentional movement. Arms out to the side. The body's moving with breath. As you come up, that's an in-breath. Fingers touch at the top. Exhale, your hands to heart center. One more time. Sun salutation. Inhale all the way up. Full breath. Fingers touch. Exhale, empty, 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 all the way down. Come up halfway. On an in-breath, a big stretch through the back. Exhale, release it right back down. Arms out to the side, rise up, rise up. This time, keep the fingers touching at the top, the tips of the fingers touching. Bring your big toes to touch, and then up and over to the left side. So a big side bend here. Lean back and open up. Send your gaze slightly to the sky. Good. Come back to the center. Let's see what happens on the other side. Go up and over. Arms can be moving back behind your ears if that's accessible to you. And then the gaze up, up, up to the sky. Good. And then back to center you go. Float the arms out to the side and then press the walls. You're going to flex at your wrists. Push the walls, right? Hug the muscles to the bones. Bend your knees like you're going to sit down now, right? Sitting down, opening up. Good. Bring your arms forward, a giant V shape right out in front of you. And here you are in a traditional Utkatasana stance. So feel the energy flowing. Can you catch your breath here? The inhale, bend your knees. The exhale. Good. Press down into the ground, rise back up. Tips of the fingers touch. I found them. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Walking forward, hands here at the heart. You're pushing your thumbs against your sternum. Step your left foot back and out to the side. So a little angle of the left foot. Left foot is angled, front foot forward, pointing forward. Start to bend the front knee, but keep the torso upright. Keep pushing your thumbs against your sternum. Bend a little deeper. Back leg is straight. See if you can lift your toes off the ground and then float your arms to the sky. Keep breathing. Again, go catch your breath. Breath moving through the body. And feel the sensations as the body engages. You have to hug the muscles onto the bones. It's a balancing pose even. Feel the muscles hugging, the arms, the core is working. Good. Straighten your front leg, straighten your back leg. Keep the arms reaching and then hinge forward. You're going to hinge forward. Keep pulling your arms forward. Reach, reach, reach. Front leg is straight and then slide your hands down your front shin. Let your head drop to your knee and then you might drop your hands to the ground or just stay here with your hands pressing against your front shin. Let your head relax and enjoy this stretch. Deep breathing in and deep breathing out. Go ahead, look forward, left hand onto your hip, right hand onto your hip, and then gently lift yourself up. Moving with breath. Bring that back foot in. You can kind of heel toe it to come in. Stand tall for a moment. Big toes touch. Strong through your core. Tense your fingers. Touch your fingers out in front of you. This mudra we're using today. Lift your arms up. And then sit down in that Utkatasana shape. You're bending your knees. Open your arms. Separate and sit down. Great strength in this shape. Come back up. Fingers touch. Exhale. Thumbs keep pressing against your sternum. Left foot stays forward. Right foot goes back. Left foot forward. Right foot back. Keeping the thumbs pressing against the sternum. Go ahead and bend that left knee. And feel your breath. Inhaling. Exhale. Back leg strong and straight. Reach your arms up. Stretch. Hug the muscles onto the bones. Deep mindful breath. There's the mindfulness. When we catch our breath, when we catch the breath, we bring it into the body, the mind, all present. Very intense. Feel the intense sensations in this form. Go ahead and straighten the front leg. Reach your arms forward as you hinge at the waist. So there's no rounding. Hinge and reach and continue to reach forward. Front leg is straight. Continue to reach forward. The hands will slide down the front shin, dropping your nose to your knee. And then for some of us, the fingertips will touch the ground, or you can keep your hands stacking on the front of your shin and breathe deep. Shoulders are relaxed. Catch your breath here. The inhalation, the exhalation. Deep breathing. So we come all together here. We come all together. Look forward, right hand to right hip, left hand to left hip, and then the breath carrying you up. And step, step. Both feet touching, big toes touching. Arms lift. Tense your fingers up over your head. And once more, sit down, Utkatasana. Sit down, Utkatasana. Let's take a twist here. So separate your arms, twisting, left hand to right shin, right arm up, lean back. You can straighten that right leg, lean back, open up, send your gaze to the sky. Good. Look down, come back to center, tense your fingers. Sit down into that Utkatasana shape, and then let's separate the arms and twist to the other side. So right hand against the left shin, left leg straightens, left arm to the sky. Lean back and open up. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. Exhale, release the twist, release the arms. The head is down. Use your breath and slowly and gently rise all the way up. Shrug your shoulders up and back and away and up and back and away. Good. Separate your feet now. Separate your feet. So go nice and wide. Tense your fingers out in front of you, right? Touch your fingers, very present. You reach your arms straight, right? Long and straight. And then slip the hands back behind you. Find that same action behind you. Lean back, open up. The tips of your fingers are touching. Bend your knees. You're going to go halfway down. Look forward. Send your gaze down to the ground now and elongate the four sides of your neck. As you exhale, drop your head and lift your hands all the way to the sky. Say yes, yes with the head and no. Finding breath here. Gently release your arms. Let your arms dangle. If it's available, you can walk your hands forward. My legs are wide, so it's like a wide-legged downward facing dog. If you need to put your hands up on something, please do. And then pull your hips back, bending your knees and straightening your legs. Do that a few times. Bend the knees, straighten, move with your breath. One more time, bending and straightening. Let your head drop, and then slowly and gently come all the way up. Slowly rounding, grounding, shrug of the shoulders up and back and away, and up and back and away. Go ahead and heel toe your feet in. Heel toe your feet in. Here's a planned pause. So big toes touching, tented fingers, thumbs touching right here at your heart. Just close your eyes for a moment. Catch your breath. I can feel my heart beating. Deep breathing in and out. Good, and release. We're going to come down into a seated position. So I'm going to go down on the ground, but you're welcome to do this in a chair. We're just going to do a little hip stretch here. So I'm down on the ground, feet, right, coming right out of your hips. So it doesn't matter what seat you're in, on the chair or on the ground. Make sure your alignment is true to you. Knees, right? Heels are right underneath you. Take that right foot and cross ankle to knee. Ankle to knee. Put your hands back behind you. Draw your shoulder blades together and be here, right? So feel that flex into that foot. Keep that right foot flexing. Lift your gaze up to the sky. Try to draw your shoulder blades together. Yeah, and then lean back. Lean back. Little gentle movement with the head and neck. Little movement here, up and back and away. Look forward now. Extend that left leg so you still have ankle to knee. Arms lift. You can tense your fingers up there and then hinge forward. I have a little bend in my knee. I'm trying to get my elbows in front of my shins to take a forward bend here. You can do this on the ground. Try not to jam into that left knee. A nice deep breaths. Good. And gently come back up. Drop that right foot down. Left foot comes back to meet it. Ankle to knee here. Ankle to knee. This is already a pretty nice stretch for the hips. Walk your hands back. So just working this. Flex left foot. Chest is lifted. Gaze is lifted. Feel the collarbones nice and wide. Little movement in the head and neck. Trying to open. There's a beautiful correlation between the shoulders and the hips. I feel as the shoulders tighten, sometimes the tension goes into the hips and vice versa. Straighten that left leg, arms reach, tented fingers, and then it's a hinge forward. So this is a little bit awkward, but you feel how you're trying to get your elbows. On this side, I don't go all the way forward. Feel your breath. The inhalation. The exhalation. Come back up to center, shrug your shoulders, undo. So both feet back on the ground. Again, walk your hands back behind you. Here, we're going to do a little reverse cat and cow. So lift your chin and your chest. Keep your hands back behind you. Push your chin back down to your chest, releasing your breath. A few times like that. Inhale up. Exhaling and releasing, chin to chest. One more time. Inhaling, lifting up, heart is open. This time, if you're on the ground and you'd like to lift your pelvis, coming up into a tabletop position. If you're in your chair, you might do it as well. Make sure you're in a stable chair. Lift the pelvis off the ground. Up, up, up you go. Let the head go. Try to relax the head and neck. Exhale and drop back down onto the ground. Separate your legs. Now, I have my heels dug into the ground. So there's a little separation in the legs. You can go as wide as it feels comfortable for you. Arms go up wide, like a big V position, and then hinge yourself right between the legs, hands on the outer edges of your feet, and then go ahead and come into this wide-legged version of a forward bend. You're reaching, expanding. This should feel nice for your lower back. Great place to catch the breath. Let your eyes soften, your face relaxes. In through your nose. Take a few breaths out through your mouth. So release, release, let it go, let it go. You might make a little noise there. Move the bottom jaw side to side, side to side. Good. Head and neck are relaxed. And then gently and slowly roll yourself up. Roll yourself up. Starting to come into a seat. So catching our breath. We catch our breath to come here. Coming into a seat of meditation. So again, the foundation is here in the pelvis. So you want to make sure that you're very neutral in your seat. If you require a little bit of a lift to put underneath your hips, or you're in the chair, make sure that you scoot far forward enough to find that. We're using today, which we call the tips of the fingers touching. This is a mudra position, right? So the hands, very focused. It helps the mind if you just rest your thumbs right between the eyebrows, this third eye position here, and just pause for a moment. It helps the mind. This is the great yogis know this. The fingertips pressing very gently against the third eye between the eyebrows, and just breathe in. Breathe out. So we use the body, come down, your thumbs at your mouth, and then gently, gently, gently. The hands will drop into your lap. You're going to keep that mudra though. The hands drop down, the tips of the fingers touching, the tips of your thumbs touching, and stay here. So again, how do we catch our breath? With presence. So body, right? The mind, where is your mind? It's not unusual for the mind to be perhaps forward thinking, or maybe it's backward thinking. And the body is kind of stuck or numb. You might even not experience your body. And then the breath is kind of responding to it all. It's a bit chaotic. The mind, the body is in two different places. As we come here in this practice, we utilize the awareness of breath to come into the meditation. So watch your breath, experience your breath, catch your breath. Coming in fully and completely through your nose. You rise up, you rise up. The experience of your breath releasing, letting go, and you empty, you empty, you empty, and just stay in this stillness, stay in this moment. And here's the practice. Here's the practice of mindfulness. So almost immediately when I settle into these postures, the distractions start to come. It could be a physical distraction. Maybe there's a sensation in your body, or there's the thought, I need to do ABC, or I should do that. Just notice. Just notice. These are what they are. Catch your breath. Come back to your breath. And just keep repeating this. Keep repeating this. Keep repeating this over and over again. Let the body, as you're settling here, I have that mudra, very intentional mudra of the tips of the fingers touching. I can start to soften my shoulders and open my chest. The physical body beginning to relax everything, relaxing except for the spine. The core is holding you upright. The rest of the body relaxing, and the focus is the breath. Deep breathing. Feel the awareness, the fullness of the breath moving all through your body. Feel the breath to the tips of your fingers. This moment, this breath. You can catch your breath. Catch it fully. Start to deepen it now. Deep breathing in. Exhale, empty it. You can slip your eyes open. Keep the mudra. Lift your fingers all the way up to the sky. Big stretch, big breath. Look up. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings, all beings. Go ahead and separate your hands. Send energy, send light out into the world. May all beings be free. Go ahead and bring your hands back together. It's keeping the mudra right here at the front of your heart center. Take a deep breath in and empty. Chin to chest. Namaste, namaste. Thank you so much for the privilege and honor of guiding you through this mindfulness moment practice. I hope you catch your breath.